So, Hellbent just that. I'm joined by my sister once again. So, what did you think about the story?
Um, Overall, I really liked it. I think if I have to start with like the negative things, I kind of thought it would be more like Gallifrey oriented.
Yeah,
I thought it
definitely.
would be more about some conflict at Gallifrey, and it really wasn't. I mean, he had a conflict with Rassilon, which is totally understandable, but I think the way that was like constructed and how that was in the beginning of the story kind of made it not very exciting.
Yeah,
I thought it was really nice that Rassilon was in it, and we both talked about like we thought they would casted someone who was great.
yeah. I mean, he looked like a Time Lord.
Yeah, that was nice. Um, but I mean, apart from being disappointed about it not being so much a Gallifrey story, I think it was like well constructed.
I bet. I mean, it surprised me. I didn't expect it to be like that, and I can see why a lot of people hated it. I mean, it's like a love or hate story. It's like a lot of people said it was like their favorites from series 9, and a lot of people it's like, man, I really didn't like that one. And some
Why
people,
do they dislike it?
why I think a lot of people disliked it.
Why?
Well, I think it's because they had expected something else. I mean, I personally liked it, but a lot of people had expected something very different. I
I
mean,
think the trailer kind of promises something else,
yeah, and we don't get that.
but well, everybody knows that I didn't like the last episode that apparently was a fan favorite.
Yeah,
But
and I
I
loved
think
it, but
I
yeah,
know that, and we have made a video about that, so we're not gonna discuss that. I'm just gonna say that unlike that story, I think this one had like enough plot twists and enough like new things happening for it to be good. I also love the original William Hartnell
oh yeah,
TARDIS
that was
design.
great. I mean, I loved it. There was like a lot of great fan service in this that I absolutely loved. I think one of the reasons why I personally like it is because if like there's a lot of fan service. So I think if you are just like an average viewer, you might not get that, or if you don't really care about like references and stuff.
But you care about
Of
references.
course I do. I'm such a big fan that every time they say like chameleon circuit, I'm like, yeah, that classical.
They also said reverse the polarity.
Yeah. Oh, I was like in fan mode. Um. Uh, um. Yeah, but I'm just like that, and it's okay if you aren't like that because well, there's different types of fans, I guess, and there's like different types of people, really.
Yeah, and there's no right or wrong.
No, I mean, if you are a massive fan and you've watched every single Doctor Who story, but you didn't really like the references, fine.
But we did like them.
Yeah, we did like them.
And if you didn't like it, I don't really think that destroys the plot. I don't think the plot gets a lot better because of the references. I
No,
think the plot was nice. I just
yeah,
think it's nice.
yeah. I mean, I personally did enjoy it. Yeah. Uh, okay, I can see why some people think it's silly with Clara and Sheila traveling in a diner because it's a bit weird. It's a bit like if the Doctor's TARDIS was like a a mirror or something, or like no, or like yeah, or something like something weird, or I don't know, a table or something.
I can see why that's like they're kind of expanding ways of tricking time, ways of things being funny, being weird.
Yeah,
And I guess when you expect a story that has a lot to do with like the main plot. How did Gallifrey end up there? Is the Time War won? What is gonna happen? Who is in the basement? The crypt.
yeah,
Yeah,
the Matrix room thing.
yeah. What about the Matrix room? Who is the hybrid? Will the hybrid win? If you think it's gonna be like about that, like a big conclusion on stuff that has been going on for so many seasons, I guess why Clara traveling in a diner is kind of not what you wanted.
No,
But I don't think it makes it bad. I mean, every season at least in the new series, they expand something in the Who universe. They have something that can happen or some way of tricking time and space and
yeah, but definitely, if it, like I can see why a lot of people were disappointed. And
even I was disappointed. I
too.
just liked it anyway.
Yeah, me too. I was a bit disappointed as well, but I still like
You're
the
not
story.
disappointing, honey.
No, no, no. Um, no, I disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still like the story. Yeah, and then like there's this thing about like I had we didn't really get an explanation on how Gallifrey survived. Really, it's just like magic, it survived.
It did.
Yeah, and what happened to Reslan? How could he just like regenerate? And there was a couple of plot holes and stuff, but I did like the fact that the Doctor forgot all about Clara. Well, he could like remember some stuff about the adventures, but he could only remember like the synopsis, if you know what I mean. Like you can read the synopsis of like the Christmas special. He could only remember like that much about the adventures he had with Clara.
And he can remember like other people's faces from the
Yeah,
adventures.
and what they said and what they
why
did.
that was important or what it said about the universe or space or and time.
Yeah, but just couldn't remember Clara.
Yeah.
I like that. It was unique, even though one of the Eighth Doctor's companions from the books apparently had a story arc about that. But I don't know. I haven't really read any of the Doctor Who books, so I don't know that.
I think most fans hasn't.
No. I personally really like the audios, and there's something about that in Terra Firma about him not remembering some of his past companions because Davros has made him forget and stuff. There's something about that, but this is still unique. I mean, I personally really like the fact that Clara died, and they could have just left it there, but
they maybe should have. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not too excited about the idea. We talked about whether or not there's going to be like an Ashilda and Clara spin-off, and I was like, well, any Doctor Who related series,
it's better than nothing. I guess
it's better than nothing.
It's better than.
But Clara was dead. Come on, all companions disappear at some point. Why is it so sad this time? Why is it so hard to let Clara go? I mean, she was nice. I liked her.
Yeah, but
I liked other companions as well. It was tragic that she died. Doctor Who is allowed to be tragic sometimes.
What about Lucy Miller? What about Adric? What about Sarah Kingdom?
Exactly. It can't be like Christmas special all year round. It can't be happy all year round.
Yeah, exactly. So I think
it was a bit immature actually to not let her die.
Yeah.
I hope that we can conclude at some point that she will die.
Yeah. But anyways, I really enjoyed it, even though I have a lot of negatives, and you have a lot of we have negatives, and I guess it was a bit disappointing, but still a good story. And to be honest, I'm happy with it. I had expected it to be very different in a lot of ways.
A lot of ways, yeah. But I mean, it was so what are the positives? It was really entertaining.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Great special effects. You could tell that it had been expensive.
Yeah, and a lot of continuity references. I know we shouldn't judge a story by its special effects and
but it can be a contributing factor.
Yeah, and its continuity references. You shouldn't judge a story by that. But to be honest, some of my favorite stories doesn't feature any continuity references. I mean,
they don't have to.
The Cave of Randrosani doesn't really feature any continuity references. Still a great story. The Two Doctors features quite a couple of continuity references. Still a great story. It doesn't matter.
I know.
Wedgington Barrier doesn't really feature any continuity references.
So what else do people like about this?
I mean, I like the Time Lord characters, and I like the guy that regenerated. You know that guy, or girl.
That someone.
That person. That person. Yeah, I really liked that character. And I really liked Reslan. What did you think about Reslan?
I think he was like well casted.
Yeah, I mean, I liked him when he was in it, and I liked the character. Well, like I can't remember her name. The sister from the Sisters of Khan, and the Sisters of Khan was in it. That's good. I mean, good reference to the brain of Morbius, I guess.
But I mean, I think they could have been used better.
Yeah.
How did they get there?
We don't really know. I mean, there's a lot of plot holes and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I think it was because they wanted to make like a clash where we would think, yes, we know those, or oh, there's a weeping angel. And I think it actually, when I think back on it, there are a lot of places where I'm thinking like they could have used this better. It doesn't make the story bad.
No.
But they could have used the Sisterhood of Khan better, kinda. But I mean, it just contributed to like
the story, and it made it feel more epic in a way.
Yeah.
So
more like a conclusion on this.
Yeah. Even though there was sort of open stuff, So it's more like they
Like-
closed some stuff, but then they opened some new stuff.
Yeah, like the Doctor is now president of Gallifrey, but will he be like stripped of his title when he left with Clara?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We've talked about the story now. What do you think about his new sonic screwdriver?
Oh, I think it was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean,
I like those blue stripes of light.
actually, I really didn't like it when I first saw the pictures of it. But when I saw it in like his hands in the story, I was like, yeah, that's the sonic screwdriver. I didn't like the fact that the TARDIS had like flowers and a picture of Clara on it. That's a bit, okay.
Because she's so creative.
Yeah,
I thought it was nice because it like fell off.
yeah,
Because if it was like permanently on, it would be like an impossibility.
yeah. I would just be so angry if that was like the permanent look
Yeah,
of the TARDIS.
Especially because that's not supposed to happen.
Exactly.
He was in the diner, but it was like the chameleon circuit part of the diner. That's why he didn't go with it. So why would the flowers stay, right?
Yeah.
So luckily they didn't. And yeah,
Yeah.
think
I think we've said what we thought about it. Please tell me what you thought about it in the description. The description, the comments. Yeah, we can't really.
Well, this is my passcode.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll see you next time for another video. Bye.